Greenlights, top 5 things. Green, yellow, and red lights, embrace the journey. That's a huge part of this book, a huge tenet of this book. And it's very interesting how he starts from his childhood all the way to where this book is currently. He talks about the difference of the green lights. They're moments of clarity and success and flow and affirmation. And there's yellow lights and red lights, which basically are setbacks and critical lessons learned from that time period, which is nice because a lot of people do not talk about that. They just talk about their only successes. And we live in a world where you post on Instagram, oh, this is my great life and this is what I'm doing, but it doesn't count all the other things that are happening, all the negative things, all the setbacks, all the detours, all the pain, all the suffering. All those things are not shown. So what I really enjoyed about this book is it not just opened the positive things, but also all the negative things as well that happened to him, which makes it a more well-rounded book. It's not a woohoo, yay, everything's great and peachy cream, which is something that I can definitely appreciate. And I believe you will as well. The second thing is create your own green lights. This is a huge tenet of this book. And it basically says to take your own initiative and make your own choices and make your own opportunities in life. No one's going to do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. And it's very similar to the tenet of your career. You make your career what it is. If you sit around and wait for someone to make your career for you, you're going to be very sad and it's never going to happen for you. So that's one thing that this book definitely touches on, and it is a universal theme. Number 3, find your frequency that aligns with your true self. That's a huge portion of this book. And basically it talks about putting energy into things that feed growth in your life, and also being self-aware of those things of, wait, am I going too far this direction? Am I going too much this direction? You got to be very self-aware and very focused and pay attention to what things that grow in your life and basically water those seeds and leave the negative things behind and not to dwell on them and just let it be. That's one thing that I really did enjoy about this book, and it's extremely relatable to me, which I'm sure it'll be relatable to you when you're reading the examples. Even if they never happened to you, you just seeing the stories, you're just, oh, okay, this dawns on me, or oh, I can relate to this kind of topic. Number 4, power in journaling and self-reflection. Journaling helped him extract from the chaos and build his principles. And one of the things that I really enjoyed was it starts from his childhood all the way to where he is now. So you can see over time as he's writing how his principles have changed, and they get more redefined and sharper and more abstract in the thinking and a lot stronger and deeper into how he goes throughout his life. It's pretty basic from the beginning, but as you keep going, it's like more and more in depth. And it's very interesting to see the progression of someone's life, of how their mindset changes as time goes on. 5, authenticity, resilience, and accepting the unpredictable is a huge tenet of this book. And it takes you on a journey that you definitely wouldn't see yourself on from chapter to chapter. It's just one thing after another, and it's very engaging, and it's something that you just pick up and you want to read it, and it's fantastic, and it's really engaging. And it's basically, it's a call to action to live life bold and real. And that's something that I've never read really in a book, basically as a call to action to do. And this is definitely a portion of this book. And another thing that I like is it embraces authenticity. It talks about embracing your authentic self, who you are as a person, and also to be vulnerable, because a lot of people leave that portion out of their life of being vulnerable. And what that does is it leaves an area of not being 100% yourself. And what I mean by that is we live in a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube world where folks are vulnerable and they don't ever post those things. They don't ever post their failures. They don't ever post their setbacks. They don't ever post their detours. They only post the positive things in their life. They never post things that are negative or that are not good as far as what happens to them. And that's one thing that this book calls you to do, is be more vulnerable and talk about those things, not just the positive aspects of life, which is very interesting. The next thing that it talks about is the challenges of detours in life, and that they're only temporary. The detours are only temporary. The setbacks are only temporary. And another thing I like about this is sometimes it takes you on a journey of, wait, I didn't realize this could come out of it. Those detours and those struggles something can come out of it really nice and really beautiful. And one of the examples that he gives in this book is how he was typecast into these rom-coms, and he just stopped taking phone calls from him, and he didn't work for a long period of time. But like, whenever they decided to pick up the phone again, that's when you get True Detective. That's when you get Dallas Buyers Club. That's when you get Interstellar and all these other movies that came because he was able to pull himself back and go, this is not what I want to do. This is not authentic to myself. I love the paychecks and the rom-coms, but this is not what I want to do with my life. And I would say it's paid in full and definitely expounded upon in this book. Are there any other books that you'd recommend? Have you read his new book that he just released just now? I definitely want to read it myself. I'm going to leave Dr. Phil's Self Matters as the follow-on book because it is a self-help book. It's different than this book, but it does have some similar tenets. Not 100%, but it does have similar tenets. If you'd like to follow me, I'm on Patreon. I'm also on Instagram. I would appreciate your subscription to this channel if you would like to do so. Thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful day.